Discussing about first order low pass filter. First order low pass filter. Put a heading, all of you put a heading. First order first order low pass filter. First you need to draw the diagram. And the capacitor C and resistor R. Assume that this is the node V1. At this node you have voltage V1 and you need to connect this to non-inverting input terminal of op-amp. And here you need to connect the feedback resistor to your inverting input terminal of this op-amp. This is the RF feedback resistor. This is R1 resistor. This is the figure of first order low pass filter. And for this you need to draw the frequency response also. After drawing frequency response we will discuss. So in this y-axis you will take voltage A, voltage gain in decibels. This is the A0 voltage gain. And here we have a 0.707 also. This means that this is the 3 decibels. So this is the pass band. Pass band. This is the stop band. This is the FH. So in this access you need to take frequency. So this is the 3 decibels, 3 dB. This slope is minus 20 decibels per decade. This slope indicates that minus 20 decibels dB for a decay. So this is the frequency response diagram or figure. Let me write here clearly. This is the frequency response. Frequency response. This is the figure of first order low pass filter. Figure of first order low pass filter. Okay, so in this active filters may be different order of active filters may be of different orders and different types. A first order filter, a first order filter consists of a single RC network. A first order filter consists of a single RC network connected to the this is the input. I need to remember the input. So the first order filter consists of a single RC network connected to the positive input terminal of a non-inverting op-amp amplifier, as shown in the figure. So the first order filter is consists of a single RC network which is connected to the positive input terminal of a non-inverting op-amp amplifier, as shown in the figure. Here we have the RA and RF values. So this is the input resistor and feedback resistor RF. We have a input resistor RI and feedback resistor RF. These two determines the gain of filters in the pass band. The RI and feedback input resistor and feedback resistor RF. These two determines the gain of filters in pass band. The gain of filters in pass band. So the voltage V1 across the capacitor C in S domain. The voltage V1 across the capacitor C in S domain. V1 of S is equals to, in S domain, the voltage drop across the capacitor C. V1 of S is equals to 1 by SC divided by R plus 1 by SC. Into Vi of S into Vi of S, this one. Okay, so you need to do that simplification. V1 of S divided by V I of S is equals to 1 by RCS RSCS plus 1. Assume that this is the equation number 1. So here first we need to find out the voltage V1 across the capacitor C in S domain is V1 of S divided by V1 of S is equals to 1 by SC divided by R plus 1 by SC into VI of S. Electrical simplification V1 of S divided by V of S that equals to 1 by RCS plus 1. Equation number 1. So we from this equation where V of S is the Laplace transform of V in time domain, that V of S either V1 of S or VA of S, whatever it is. So that V of S assume that. So this is Laplace transform of V of S is the Laplace transform of V in time domain. In time domain. In time domain. Let us assume that for closed loop gain A naught of op-amp is equals to, here we are assuming that this is the gain, right? A naught. So this gain is belongs to closed loop. So the closed loop gain A naught of op-amp is A naught is equals to, up to now clear? You need to remember the diagram and the frequency response, or else I'll save this. F5. So the closed loop gain A naught of op-amp is closed loop gain A naught of op-amp is op-amp is A naught is equals to V naught of S divided by V1 of S, that equals to, here V naught of S is nothing but 1 plus RF by RI for closed loop voltage gain, 1 plus for non-inverting amplifier RF by R1. This is the gain formula for non-inverting amplifier, practical non-inverting. So ideal non-inverting amplifier. Assume that this is the equation number 2. Assume that this is equation number 2. So the overall transfer function from equation number 1 and 2. So the So the overall transfer function, the overall transfer function TF from equation number 1 and 2, from 1 and 2 is what will get it? H of S is equals to H of S is equals to V naught of S divided by VA of S. V naught of S divided by VA of S, that equals to V naught of S is nothing but V naught of S only. But here VA of S means V1 of S. V naught of S divided by V1 of S. Okay. Or else you need to write like this also. This is the V1. This is the V1. Or else the V1. You need to rewrite the equation like this. Here I need to write V1 of S into V1 of S divided by VA of S. There is no change in the equation, right? If you write like this V1 of S and V1 of S is going to cancel, then you will get same V naught of S divided by VI of S. Okay, you know the V naught of S divided by V1 of S, and you know the V1 of S divided by VA of S. Equation number 1 is V1 of S divided by VA of S, and equation 2 is V naught of S divided by V1 of S. Substitute those two. One is A naught A naught into 1 by RCS plus 1. RCS plus 1. That equals to V naught of S divided by VI of S is equals to V naught divided by 1 plus RCS. 1 plus RCS. So if you put S is equals to J omega in the equation, what will happen? If you put put S is equals to J omega. Then what will get it? H of J omega, right? H of J omega is equals to A naught divided by J 2 pi RC plus 1. J RC plus 1. Okay, now we need to simplify this. H of J omega is equals to A naught by J omega RC plus 1. That equals to, up to now clear? So that equals to here A naught divided by 1 plus J F by Fh. Where this Fs is, where Fh is 1 by 2 pi RC. F is omega by pi. Sorry, omega by pi. So at very low frequencies, let us assume that at very low frequencies, that is H of J omega at very low frequencies that is F is less than Fh. That is H of J omega mod H of J omega is equals to, or which is almost equals to, if it is for very low frequency means, that equals to almost A naught. This value is negligible. J F by Fh value is negligible, then A naught by 1 will get it. That equals to mod h of j omega is equals to almost equals to a naught. Equation number 3 is one. At f is equals to fh, let us assume that f is equals to fh. Then substitute this value in the equation, in the above equation, h of j omega equation. And what will get mod h of j omega is equals to a naught by root 2. That equals to 0.707 into a naught. This is equation number 4. This is at very low frequency level, and one more is the at f is equal to fh case. Coming to at very high frequencies, at very high frequencies, at very high frequencies, very high frequencies, that is f far greater than fh, then what is the value? Mod h of j omega, mod h of j omega is equals to 0. Not exactly 0, almost equals to 0. So the frequency range from 0 to fh. Up to now clear? So for ideal case, what is the value? For ideal case, you will get the step function like this. This is for ideal. The frequency fh. This is for ideal. This is for ideal. Okay, up to now clear? Now equation number 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the frequency range from 0 to fh. The frequency range from 0 to fh is called pass band. The frequency range from 0 to fh is called pass band. For f is greater than fh, for f is greater than fh, what will happen? The gain will be decreases at a constant rate, of minus 20 decibels per decade. So for we need to write that point here. For f is greater than fh, for f is greater than fh, then greater than fh, then what will happen? What will happen? So the gain decreases at constant rate of minus 20 decibels per decade. So the gain will be decreases. The gain will be decreases constant rate of minus 20 decibels per decade. The gain will be decreases at a constant rate of minus 20 decibels. Minus 20 decibels per decade. Minus 20 decibels per decade. Hence, the gain rules off, which means that if the gain is decreases as frequency increases. So these two will be inversely proportional to each other. These two parameters will be inversely proportional to each other. So which means that hence the gain value will rolls off at rate of 20 decibels decade, 20 decibels per decade, or 6 decibels per 6 decibels per decade. After frequency fh, what will happen? The frequency range will f is greater than fh. Then what will happen? This will comes under stop band. This will comes under stop band. You need to remember that for f is greater than fh, the gain decreases at constant rate of minus 20 decibels per decade. Hence the gain rolls off, which means that the gain decreases as frequency increases. So at rate of 20 decibels per decade, after frequency is fh. The frequency range is f is greater than fh, then it will comes under stop band. Will comes under stop band. Up to now clear the first order of low pass filter. First order low pass filter derivation is clear. Yes or no, please respond. Then the next is first order high pass filter. First order high pass filter. Next put a heading first order high pass filter. Put heading first order high pass filter. First order high pass filter. First order high pass filter. All of you put a heading first order high pass filter. First I need to draw the diagram and the frequency response of first order high pass filter. First I need to draw the diagram and frequency response. This is the variable resistor. This is the node. At this node we have a voltage VA. Assume that is the node A. So at that node we have voltage VA. This is the capacitor C. So for this node you need to apply source V in, or input voltage V in is connecting to capacitor. You need to connect your input to your non-inverting input terminal of operational amplifier. Then you need to connect this feedback connection. You need to connect the feedback connection like this. Feedback connection like this. Here you need to get the V value. This is the feedback resistor RF. This is the resistor R1. This is the resistor potentiometer. So this is the first order high pass filter circuit diagram. Then you need to draw the first order high pass filter frequency response. And draw the frequency response like this. This is the stop band filter. Sorry, stop band frequency. Stop band. Stop band. This is the A0 value, gain A0. This is the 0 point. So in this axis, you need to take voltage gain. So in this axis, you need to take frequency. So this is pass band. So this indicates that 20 decibels per decade. Positive 20 decibels. Decade. So this is the F1. So this is the frequency response figure for first order high pass filter. So in the for a high pass filter, is a circuit. The high pass filter is a circuit that attenuates. A high pass filter is a circuit that attenuates all the signals. A high pass filter is a circuit that attenuates all the signals below a specified cutoff frequency denoted as FL. Denoted as FL. And you need to remember that the high pass filter is a circuit. A high pass filter is a circuit that attenuates all the signals below a specified cutoff frequency. Here we are specifying the cutoff frequency. If it attenuates, the circuit attenuates all the signals below the specified cutoff frequency, which is denoted as from the frequency response figure FL. The high pass filter performs the opposite function of that of low pass filter. High pass filter performs the opposite function of that of low pass filter. High pass filter performs the opposite function of that of low pass filter. The first order high pass filter can be obtained. The first order high pass filter can be obtained by interchanging the elements. High pass filter performs the opposite function of that of low pass filter. The first order high pass filter can be obtained by interchanging the elements. In a first order low pass circuit. See, in the first order low pass filter, we have here resistor, here we have a capacitor. So here we are interchanging the elements in a first order low pass filter circuit. Here we need to write A0 also, don't forget. The frequency at which the gain is 0.707 times the frequency at which the gain is 0.707 times the gain of filter in pass band is called cutoff frequency, and which is denoted as FL. The frequency at which the gain is 0.707 times the gain of the filter in pass band is called as cutoff frequency, which is denoted as FL. This one. So that the all frequencies greater than FL, the all frequencies under these greater than FL are allowed. If the frequency value less than FL means by default you are unable to allow the signals into your first order high pass filter circuit. So all the frequencies greater than FL are allowed to pass band, but the maximum frequency which is allowed to pass, is determined by the closed loop bandwidth of op-amp circuit. The maximum frequency which is allowed to pass, is determined. The maximum frequency which is allowed to pass is determined by the closed loop bandwidth of op-amp used. The closed loop bandwidth of op-amp used. So you need to see that the op-amp in non-inverting configuration All of you know that A is equals to V naught by Vi. General statement. A is equals to V naught by Vi. That equals to 1 plus Rf by R1. You need to remember the op-amp in non-inverting configuration. Op-amp gain is A0 is equals to V0 by Vi is equals to 1 plus Rf by R1 is the general statement. So for this for this for this we will see in different. Okay, so in the next class we have one more class at 2 to 3, right? So in that class we will discuss in detail the derivation part of first order high pass filter. Okay.